Yo, it's Mr. Jazz, episode 3, Sun Ring, painted fingernails, exuberant garments, gesticulating in their proper nature, as we do. Um, so today's little lesson, today's little episode, it's going to be maybe a quick one, maybe a long one. I'll see how long I feel like going for. Um, but the first thing that came to mind was just the concept of choice. I got to figure out where to look for my fucking camera because, like, I want to do it natural, to where it feels like I'm looking at you and not looking at a camera, or if I don't know. It don't really matter. See how I just let me pause for a second. See how I just like thought about something while I was creating the content, and then could have restarted the content. But I said, fuck it. It don't matter. This is my content. I'll make it how I want to make it, and to show you the full process is actually beautiful. So yeah, I'll even put the little logo song here, so it doesn't really matter. Mr. Jazz. That's perfect. I'll figure out what I want it to be. But yeah. So choice. That is what came to mind to talk about today. Choice. And choice is a beautiful thing, my friends. Choice is literally everything that we have within the context of whatever we call what's happening. People have words for it. Some people might not. Some people, I don't know. But whatever we call what's happening, the fact that you're seeing a device and there's a face in front of you and you think it's a face, and I'm in a body and my skin is black and I'm an African American man wearing a pink hat and a gray sweater, whatever makes all of these concepts make sense to you. The only thing that defines what happens to you overall is your choice. Not that that's the only reason to think about it in terms of what you get out of it, although there is something good to be got in a way. There is. Not necessarily to be solely quested for, but there's something to be got from your choice. And what you get is what you put out. You get what you put out. So honestly, conceptually, given how much I don't give a fuck about really anything right now, I could have a certain kind of thought right now and let it grow and use it for what knowledge I can use it for, and then discard what I don't want to use. It's another thing you can do. So a thought I'm having right now is like, what if there's a person that's doing something from not completely pure manner, who's only acting like trying to pretend to be good or whatever, or in their mind, however you want to call it, they're doing good actions. The main meat of the pie here is they're doing actions only for the sake of what they get out of it, and they don't necessarily feel like they're a good person within their quietest of minds, inside themselves, but they do good things because that's what society says. That's not even that bad of a thing from my person. That's the first thing I'll say, because the outcome is a good thing. Now, the flip becomes, at what point do you stop that? Is it a charade you're putting on until a certain day or a certain goal is accomplished? That's a problem. Because if you're going to be a nice person, and the thing is, that problem will correct itself. But if you're going to be a nice person only for a purpose, to achieve something specific, and you literally tell yourself, I'll stop being that after you get that thing, you will only experience pain and suffering. Because that's the lesson, is it's not about getting anything out of it. It's about, that's just what you want to do. That's what you're really doing is honoring your soul. Fuck what you want to do. No matter what you want to do, you can't ruin your soul's journey. You can maybe put some side quests into its mission. You cannot ruin the journey. The soul is going where the soul is going, regardless of what you think. The soul is going home. Understand that first. When you understand that the soul is going home and you can't stop it, you'll get a lot more humble. And I'll say it like that. When the soul is here, it's going somewhere else. This ain't where souls is supposed to be, energetically, as I speak, but particularly physically on this planet even. This is a shit planet. And I'm not saying I hate Earth. Really, let me rephrase that. Earth is great, but the society thing we got going on here is shit. It's fucking terrible. Everybody is sad every day, and we all lie about it to each other. That's fucking insanity if I ever heard it. that everybody on this planet is sad as fuck, and we're all lying about it simultaneously. And there's what it is somebody somewhere is knowing they lying. Thing is, you made the line that we do is more of a latent sense. We just we let it acquiesce. We just say that's just what life is. We're all just like, let's go drink and dance until we don't feel anything. I love dancing and drink as much as the next person, whatever. But there's a concept of how you're approaching it. If you're approaching it to have fun, that's the thing. But if you're just like literally trying to escape everything for like 2 hours, that's a problem, my G. And it's a spiritual problem that can be healed without the need for alcohol, marijuana, drugs, whatever you want to call it. It can be healed internally. You have everything you need to fix yourself. There is nothing outside of you need to feel peace. Nothing. At any time, and any whatever the fuck, you can feel peace. It is eternally accessible to every being forever. It will never be taken away. Ever. So, once you accept that as being the truth, the question just becomes, how do I find my peace? Life has placed these, or whatever we want to call what's happening here with the bullshit that's happening, it has placed these guards on us, particularly financial, where we feel as if there's some sort of propagation that must continue on interminably in order for us to achieve peace. We must gain money every day in order for peace to be there. We must do something, be of use, be somebody, be something, be noticeable, be loud, boisterous, something to get peace. It's fucking ridiculous to me. You could be a blade of grass sitting there for 90 billion years and you can have peace, my nigga. Now, if that's the case, why isn't it that I couldn't be in this body, go into the forest and meditate for 10 years and still have my peace? Why isn't that? Because I have to have a job and I have to pay my mortgage and pay my fucking car note and pay all this other dumbass shit, you know? And that's not me getting like, I'm not just hurling nonsense at the void of what happens on this planet to just hurl it. We're going to fix it. That's going to happen. As I said, the soul goes where the soul is going to go. And ain't nobody going to stop that. Even them evil assholes who are basically trying to hold their souls hostage, they will fail. That's what evil people are doing. All you're doing is holding your soul hostage. And you can't hold your soul hostage. I hope you understand what I just said. If you're being evil, the only thing you are furthering is holding your soul hostage in the face of everything. Fuck God, fuck whatever. In the face of everything, you are holding your soul hostage. And you can't even do that. And you know you can't do that. That's the energetic understanding that needs to be brought about upon this planet. Once it's known that all you're doing by being a douchebag is holding your soul's journey hostage, and it's gonna have it with or without you on some real shit, motherfuckers will start acting right. But let's get back to the concept of choice real quick. I feel like I went into a bunch of tangents, and I'll always do that. But choice, you always have a choice. Within you, you can always go inside and choose to do a nice thing for somebody else, or for yourself, or for nature, or for however you want to call it. You can do a thing that you think will elicit a positive reaction in that person. It could be a compliment. It could be a compliment you don't even mean. You may just feel like saying a thing. Sometimes I feel like saying a thing and it ain't feel right, but there was a whole little storyline that unfolded because I said it. We gotta stop. Let me not speak for everybody. I can't speak for everybody. Let me rephrase that. All right, look, I said it right, but it sounded like I said something different. So let me say it slow so I make sure I got the words out properly. I cannot speak for everybody, as I am only myself. I cannot speak for everybody, as I am only myself. I can damn well speak for me, though. Most of the time, at least. Anyways, point is, you can always choose to do what you think will elicit a good reaction. That is a good thing, no matter what. Even if it feels like you're being invalid, there is something inside of you that knows you're choosing to do a good thing. Trust that over this. That's what I was getting at. What helped me was to stop thinking with my mind and start thinking with my heart and my soul. Think with this and that. That's what helped me. This is a tool for calculations. It thinks linearly, vertically, or however you want to call it. It's a concrete thing. It is not abstract. You can have an abstract mind, but it hurts And there may be certain times in which certain things of that nature can arise, but they have to unfold at the proper time. Right now in the 3D where we at, or wherever the fuck, or the 5D, however you want to call it, whatever this bullshit is, however we're navigating this, my mind, very troublesome. I can use it for things, but it often will try to deceive me. I had to learn this over time, right? And I have schizoaffective disorder. I'm gonna just drop that little bomb in there, and then that will disseminate. I'll talk about it more probably in other videos or whatever, but I'm gonna drop that little bomb in there because certain conceptions may have been being made upon the basis of you thinking that I'm a certain person, upon the way in which I choose to postulate, right? But you may have just had those certain expectations destroyed in that very second. But anyways, energetic things are happening all over the place at this very moment. Point is, choice. You always have a choice. It always matters. What you choose to do is everything. Not the only thing, it's everything. What are we if not an amalgamation of choices and how what is called thought processes that allow us to change our choices or not? What else are we? We're choices, bro. That's all any of us are. We're choices in how we choose to intake the knowledge. You can choose to intake knowledge and utilize it. Now, I hate speaking in like overall arching tones because I don't know everything and I may renege on some parts of this in a couple. Renege is a concept from Spades, if you know, you know. Anyways, I may go back on some of this in a couple months and have a different perspective. I might change. I'm going to change and learn new things probably and have a different way to say it. But right now, that's how I feel I got to say it. Choice always matters. Choose to do the best thing you can do today because it fucking matters, wherever you are. All this nonsense of the world is nonsense. Soul, spirit, heart, energy, that never goes away. Fuck these caskets. Fuck the casket, fuck the grave. Fuck the concept of death. We here. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. Whatever. Choose good things. Good things will happen. At what time they will happen, given the situational premise of the planet, is not important. Know that what you put out will come back to you. I guess that's what I feel like saying for right now. Yeah, Mr. Jazz out.